Do-do-do. Crazy. I was crazy once. They put me in a room. A streaming room. A streaming room with donuts. And donuts make me crazy. Crazy. I was crazy once. They put me in a room. A streaming room. A streaming room with gifted memberships? And gifted memberships make me crazy. Do-do-do. Crazy. I was crazy once. They put me in a room. A streaming room. A streaming room with donuts. And donuts make me crazy. Crazy. I was crazy once. They put me in a room. A streaming room. A streaming room with gifted memberships? And gifted memberships make me crazy. いやーできるもちゃがや。やっほー。うわー。Oh my god, bot chat. Oh my god, that's so crazy. What's going on? Literally, what's happening? Oh my god, that's so cute. Do-do-do. Crazy? I was crazy once. They put me in a room. A rubber room. A rubber room with rats. And rats make me crazy. Yeah! できるもちゃがや。Do-do-do. Crazy. I was crazy once. They put me in a room. A streaming room. A streaming room with gifted memberships? And gifted memberships make me crazy. Do-do-do. Ah. Ah? Ah? Ah. よかった。よかった。Ah. I'm so upset. So, if you were wondering what happened, all my audio monitoring broke for some reason, and all my OBS audio settings are messed up. So I had to find a way for me to restore to be able to hear anything. I also did not hear any of the alerts. でも、wait, ちょっと待って、let me start over. Let me start over. Wait, let me. I have a confession to make. I didn't know how to tell you, but I hope you will consider what I'm about to say. The truth is, well, it's just that I don't know how you'll feel about me after. I don't want to make things awkward. But I have to tell you, it's just that I threw up on your carpet. A little bit. I had milk. I'm not supposed to have milk. I threw up on your carpet. I'm sorry. And you know, I'd like to call it a good-natured little accident, but I mean, the tile floor was right next to it. But in the moment, the carpet really seemed like the move. Yeah, my bad. I hope that doesn't change things between us. What do you mean you're kicking me out? You're joking, right? Understood, everyone. But I don't have a carpet. Wait. Then what did I throw up on? Oh, I guess you're gonna have to find out. Oh, was that your favorite shirt that you had on the floor in the bathroom? Oh. I mean, I think it looks better now anyway. I just said everyone. Why are you crying? 'Cause I threw up on the carpet. Not actually. Hello everyone! Thank you so much for coming by. Also, 本当にありがとう. Thank you so much, Six. Thank you for the gift of membership. なんでだよ? Why were you spamming before stream? Huh? Explain yourself. でも本当にありがとう. Feedback. Explain yourself. Are you sure you're on the right house doing that? Yes. I was hired specifically to come to your house to throw up. And ladies and gentlemen, I regret to announce that this is officially not an ID kind of day. Oh gosh. It's not an ID kind of day, it's not. I have to confess that today was not an ID kind of day because I heard the chipmunk ID. I don't even know what happened there. I don't know why my OBS settings were so messed up today. What happened to Airi this day? Airi will tell you. So Airi woke up at an awkward time in the morning. I woke up at like 10. That is usually not when I wake up. And then I spent the entire day doing chores and running errands for my family. So, as soon as I woke up, I had to get dressed and stuff to go shopping with my grandma. And obviously, if you've ever been shopping with your grandma, here's how it's gonna go. You're gonna carry everything. And she's gonna shop and she's gonna put so much stuff in her bags because you're the one who's carrying them. So I was like carrying like 6 huge water bottles on top of like regular groceries. I know, arigato. Thank you, Raven Jade.
Yeah.
Well, at least your lips work again. Arigato. Variety is small, I know. So I was carrying all of that in the heat. Today was hot. So I was carrying all of that in the heat, and I was so annoyed. And then we're at the register. And my grandma wanted something that you can only get from behind the register. But they don't have it behind all the registers, just behind the first register, like one of the registers. So we get to the register, one of them, and my grandma's like, oh, I want this thing. And I'm like, well, grandma, then we got in queue for the wrong register. They don't have that here. And my grandma was like, no, I will just ask the guy who works here to get up and get it for me. And I was like, wait, Grandma, don't do that, please. There's like so many people behind us in line. Please, Grandma. Don't do it to him. Don't make him walk across this door. Yeah, and then she got mad at me for preventing her from doing that. And then I had to carry everything to the car in the hot heat. I put everything in the car, right? I put everything from when it was done scanning. I put everything in the bags. I carried all the bags on my own, of course. Because, do you know, helping me pack the bag, that would be too much. That would be too much. And then we went home, and then I had to carry it was like 3 giant bags. It was like 3 giant bags, one of which contained 6 2-liter water bottles. And I had to carry that all upstairs for her at the same time. At the same time, obviously. Because she didn't want to leave her car open for me to do multiple trips. I dropped stuff on the floor and I was gonna cry. And I was like, Grandma, please unlock the door. Please stop walking right in front of me. Please, I can't do this much longer. And she was like, oh, Airi, why are you so snappy today? And I was sweating, sweat running down my face, hoisting 3 giant bags over my shoulder. Like I was carrying sacks of grain for the village. And I was like, please. No. So that was that, right? And as soon as I was done with that, I was like, okay, now I'll do something nice. And I made the pumpkin spice low-calorie latte for my mama. And my mama was like, okay, now make another. And I was like, okay, I'll make another. And then my mom was like, okay, now make one for Grandma. And I was like, okay, I'll make one for Grandma. I didn't have anything to drink, because I don't drink coffee. And I don't like the pumpkin spice syrup, so my only option would have been milk. Just plain milk. Which there is a time and place for that, but it did not seem like the time and place right now. And then we went to the garden, and my mama and my grandma sat down drinking their coffees that I made them, while I was supposed to wrangle and wash the dog. Wash the dog outside. Cause he apparently wrote that in some stinky stuff and he needed to be washed. So I know. I got him tied up on his leash to like a post, and I started washing him, but he was running around, he was running circles around me trying to tie me up with his leash. And I was like, no, stay. And I was trying to wrangle him while trying to wash him. But every time I put water on him, he shook every part of his body. And I think I was more washed than him by the end of it. What breed is Maxie? He's a Labrador. He's a male 13-year-old Labrador. Yeah. And he shook and he shook and he shook and he shook it all the water on me. And my hands were full of dog hairs, and my legs were full of dog hairs, and at one point I had dog hairs in my mouth. And I was finally done, and I put him in the sun with a towel so he could dry. And I finally got the dog hair off of every inch of my being. And then I walked over to my mama and grandma, which was a mistake. Because my mama handed me a dog brush, a dog comb, and was like, go. And I was like, no. Not now, no. And by that time, it was already 4 p.m. I had not eaten or drank a single thing all day. I was like, Mother, please, if I do this, can you make dinner for me? And she was like, oh, didn't you eat? And I was like, no, I haven't. And she was like, oh, well, I just sat down here, so maybe in like an hour or two. I was like, oh, please. And then I went to comb the dog, which went just about as well as you could expect. He really hates being combed. And once again, every inch of my being was full of dog hair. And the grass was full of dog hair, and everything was full of dog hair. And at one point, he slipped out of his collar, and I had to chase him around the garden. I kept picking up his frisbee that he has. It's his favorite toy, frisbee. And I kept being like, here, Maxie, come here. And he kept going over like, oh, word, frisbee. And then I dropped it and I'd start brushing him. And then he ran away again, and then but while running away, he dropped the frisbee, so I picked it up again, and I was like, here, frisbee, and he came over again, and it just worked every single time, and I think we both felt stupid by the end of it, but he was brushed, and then I was like, okay, finally, and then I was like, at that point, because it took a while, right? My mama had gone home, and I was like literally just deflated in one of the garden chairs outside. And then my grandma comes up to me, and she's like, Airi, what does this notification on my phone mean? And I'm like, oh, that's just a notification from TikTok, Grandma. Gosh, you get a lot of notifications, and every single time you ask me what it means. And so I spent some 5 minutes disabling notifications from non-essential apps on her phone. And she left, and I was just about to leave too. But then she came back and she was like, Airi, it says I need to log in. And it was like your telecom email account. How do I log in? And I was like, you log in by entering your password. And she was like, oh, wait, you need to be here while I do this. And I was like, okay. So she went upstairs and got her thick folder in which she keeps all her passwords, like, written down. And she came downstairs again and she flipped through the password folder, like, literally, Fritzbox password, bank account password, like 50 pages until she finally found the telecom email account password. And then she started slowly, you know how old people type so slow? She started slowly typing it in, but her typing accuracy was not good. So she typed it wrong over and over again. And I was like, Grandma, give. And I typed it in for her. And then I set up a passkey, so that next time she can unlock the email account just using her fingerprint. And I was like, okay, I should probably go home now. It's probably time for dinner soon. And so I got home. Dinner was almost done. At this point, it was like 6 p.m. I still had not eaten anything, so this was going to be my breakfast / lunch / dinner. And then just as I got inside, my grandma calls me on her phone and she's like, Airi, you messed things up. There's a lady here from Microsoft calling me, telling me that my account is going to be deleted because it's hacked. And someone changed the password. It was you who changed the password. And I was like, no, Grandma, no. And so I ran over again. I was like, Grandma, hang up. That is a scam. Grandma. Hang up now. Don't tell them anything. Don't tell them yes. Don't tell them anything. Hang up now. That is not Microsoft. First of all, Microsoft would never call you like that. Second of all, the password I changed was on your phone. I didn't even change anything. I just set up a passkey. And that does not have anything to do with Microsoft. And she was like, but you just changed the password on my phone. And I was like, no, I didn't change the password. I mean, okay, she's not gonna understand passkey. Yeah, I changed the password, but, Microsoft is computer. This is your phone. And she was like, oh, the lady on the phone did say computer. And I was like, yeah, so it's not the same, is it? And she was like, well, I don't know. Maybe you changed the password to my computer. I was like, no, grandmother, this is a scam. They're trying to get your stuff. If someone calls you and tells you your account is about to be deleted, you are about to go to jail. I am the police, or I am Microsoft, or I am your bank account. They are a scam. And if someone calls you, I am your grandchild. That is also a scam. Except if it's my number. And then she was like, oh, okay. I didn't say anything. It's okay. I hung up now. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna go home now. I'm gonna go home now to eat. So I walked myself back home. Dinner was already done at this point. Dinner was getting cold. And as soon as I sat down, my phone rang again. And I was like, oh my gosh, did she get called by the scammers again? And I picked up, and it's like, Airi, my TV is broken. The Microsoft people have deleted my TV access. They were right. And I was like, no. No, what do you mean? Because I already assumed that it was something silly. Obviously, the stupid Microsoft scammer could not break her TV. So I was like, okay. I'm coming over because my grandma's very particular about her TV. She starts to panic if she can't watch TV. One time I received a phone call that was like, Airi. Wait, that was like, Airi. And I was like, God, Grandma, what happened? And she was like, Airi. And I was like, Grandma, what's up? Tell me. And she was like, Airi, to just please come over. And I was like, oh my gosh, did she hurt herself? Did someone die? Someone died. And so I ran over in my underwear at that time, with my keys, with like the Weeble wagon, ambulance number already dialed on my phone, not ringing yet, but ready for me to press the button anytime I needed. And I stormed inside and I was like, Grandma, what's wrong? And she was like, my TV doesn't work, Airi, fix it. So I didn't want that to happen again, so I immediately went over. I was like, alright, dinner's already cold, can't get colder. And so I came over, and on the TV there was like a, oh, do we have your permission to serve you personalized ads? Yes or no kind of thing. And she was like, look, it's broken. And I was like, no. And so I just pressed no, and obviously the TV worked again. And and she was like, Airi, how the Microsoft woman who called me was right. And I was like, no, Grandma, that was a scam. And she was like, but how did she get my number? And I was like, you know, there are so many ways to get your number. Telephone book, for example. But how did she know that you changed my password? And I was like, well, Grandma, that was probably just a coincidence. Like, that would have happened if I, quote-unquote, changed your password or not. And then, yeah. I went back home. And then I ate, and as soon as I was done eating, I had to clean out the dishwasher. And that's how I got here. This is not an Airi kind of day. Sorry, I very much talked myself into a frenzy there. I counted several times during this speech where I was not able to breathe with the sheer fervor of my words. Arigato. Thank you, Sixito. Okay, at this point, I'll take being adopted into Airi's family just so that I can be the primary tech support for Grandma and the rest of the family. Please, I am no longer asking. I am begging. I actually also had to be tech support yesterday because my grandma got a new media receiver and I had to set it up. And I was like, okay, connect Ethernet to Ethernet. Connect HDMI cable to HDMI port. Connect power cable to power cord. Power cord. Power port? Power port. Yes. And ta-da, all set up. And my grandma was like, wow, Airi, you're so technologically handy. And I was like, yup. Yup, Grandma. I invented Facebook. Like, well, I hacked the mainframe of the receiver to recombobulate the wormhole extender. Yep, that's just me, Grandma. Yeah. I know name. By Real Gates, yeah, it's me. How did you know my legal name? Ugh, stop doxing me. How could you say my full first name and last name? No, how could you dox me? I don't know. Yeah. So that was very interesting. And then after dinner and after cleaning out the dishwasher, um I got some new clothes that my mama bought for me, and she was like, try it on, try it on. And I tried it on. And one of them was a shirt. And it was not built for me, let's just say it that way. I put it on and I was like, oh, this is a little tight, but I can close it. And then it at the front. It just burst open. And I was like, oh. And my mama was like, oh. And I was like, maybe that's not for me. Yeah, so, it was an interesting kind of shirt. But then I tried on some other clothes, and my mama ordered something that was not my size. Very much not my size. I don't know where she got it from. So I wore it, I fit into it, but not very well. And my mom was like, Airi, you gotta hit the gym, Airi. You need to lose some weight, Airi. And I was like, I like that that's the preferable option, to just buying something my size. Like, my clothing size has not changed since I was 11 years old. I can still wear the clothes I had when I was 11. I can still wear the shoes I had when I was 11. It's not my size that changed. Yeah. And that was, my day up until this point. I've also got a lot of work today, but I didn't get anything done today. Yeah, but also I got scammed. I got scammed. I got scammed. I got scammed by Amazon. Yeah. I got scammed by Amazon. They were supposed to send me the 0-calorie pumpkin spice syrup and hot chocolate. It was supposed to be in one package. I opened the package. It was just the pumpkin spice syrup, not the hot chocolate. I was scammed. I was horribly, deplorably scammed out of my well-earned money to buy hot chocolate with. And I'm gonna be complaining. Yeah. I even took an evidence video of me very disappointedly opening the package and being like, look, there is no hot chocolate. There is none. Arimasen. Arimasen. Yeah. Yeah. Nah. So I was mad. I was mad. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to file for something with that. Did it get split into 2 packages, or did it just not get packaged? Well, it said that it sent and that it got delivered for both of them. But, well, it shows that there's like one order, one package. But there was only one item in the package. Yo. Hi. Arimasen, arimasen. Arimasen! I'm so mad. I wanted my sugar-free cocoa, sugar-free cocoa, vegan, keto, low-calorie, hot chocolate, drinking chocolate, original. Hi. Where's my 18-calorie cocoa? Hang on, let me open my laptop and get a nutcase. Please do. Yell at anyone who ate my cocoa. They snorted the powder and now they're too shy to send the half-empty bag. Hi. Have you checked the trash can? Yes. Yes. I know. Sometimes there are harsh realities in life. Please. I just wanted my... Wait, what was the name of the item again? One moment. I just wanted my... the sugar-free cocoa, vegan, keto, low-calorie, hot chocolate, drinking chocolate. I just wanted that. Please, I just wanted that. I just like hot chocolate. Now. So that was that. So I'm gonna have to fight. Amazon. I'm going to have to go to the Amazon headquarters and I'm going to have to challenge Jeff Bezos to a boxing match. And it's not gonna go well because he's trained in martial arts and I'm not. Yeah. I think unfortunately I'm going to die on this journey, but it is a matter of honor, really. It is a matter of honor. Hi. You don't have to fight Amazon, just customer support. Alright, give me their address, I will wrangle them. I volunteer as champion. Naruhodo ne. What kind of martial arts experience do you bring to the table? Alternatively, gun would also be sufficient. Hi. Give him the why I ought it. Nah. I'm 6'6". Wakata. Naruhodo ne. That's a good qualification. The corporate address is in Seattle. Alright, I'll be on my way. W. I'm trained with rifle and traditional German longsword. For the sake of restoring my honor, please use the German longsword. Yeah. I just love the idea of you typing, I demand a trial by combat. After the Amazon assistant tries declining your refund. I don't even want a refund. I just want the cocoa. I don't care for a refund. I just want the cocoa. I bought the cocoa. I would like to have the cocoa. Hi. Humph. Well, Airi is like 8'14", isn't she? Actually, I'm 14'8". Yeah, sorry. That's like a really common mistake to make. But it's fine. I understand. Hi. Yeah, but I got some other stuff done waiting for her, so I guess I'll give them a couple of days and then I'll be like, hey, give me my stuff. Give me my stuff. How could you not give me my stuff? Hey, let me try to... No, I can't track the package. Marked it as delivered, but I did not get my cocoa. I did not get it. Missing item. It's fine. I'll give it some time to get here. Hi. Jeff Bezos is 61. I think we'll be fine. Well, you'd think that. You will probably be fine. Airi would not be fine. Airi would not be fine. You know, I think that many women have this kind of experience once, but once I was play fighting when I was younger, with my grandpa. My grandpa at the time was like 75 years old, right? And Airi was some spry, like 17 or 18 years old, right? I was at the peak of human performance, which didn't mean a lot in Airi terms, but you know. So we were play fighting, cause I took some kind of magazine, or newspaper that I wanted to read, and he wanted to read it, so he tried to take it away. And you know, we were just play fighting a little bit. But then he grabbed my wrist. And he was not trying to hurt me. And you have to remember, he was not trying to hurt me, he was just trying to hold my wrist. And he was, you know, 75-year-old grandpa, 75-year-old grandfather. And I was like, let's lose. And I actually had like a small bruise on my wrist from it. Because I was like, Ro. He is not even trying. He is not even trying. And I can't get out of there. And I can't move. And he could probably break my wrist if he really wanted to. So that's kind of kawaii. So I think that I couldn't even win against like an 80-year-old man. No, I don't think I could win against any man unless he's like 10. But even then, it would be a close one. My only advantage would be that I have the high ground. I know it. I probably made Grandpa his day. No, he felt quite bad for hurting me. No. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no. In the end, the anatomy is different, guys. Airi was also always scared during sports class in high school. One of the many reasons why I hated sports class. But we were supposed to play like soccer and basketball. You know, obviously the entire class, right? So girls and boys. And the girls would always stand in a corner, like at the side of the field, and just like talk. And like, you know, sometimes like the ball would come over and we'd like actively avoid it. So obviously we got yelled at. We got yelled at by the teachers so bad. The teacher was like, I don't understand. Why do you guys just not want to play? Like, come on, it can't be that fun to just stand here. And we were like, you know, we'd like to try, but we're scared. Cause the boys were kicking the ball so hard that I was relatively sure if that thing hit me in the face, my neck would just break clean off. Like, we had witnessed, all of the girls in our class had witnessed firsthand when one time during recess the boys kicked their soccer ball, which by the way, it was a soft ball. It was not a proper soccer ball. It was a very soft ball. The kind that, you know, schools give students to not get any injuries. How they kicked that ball and it hit a bird and the bird died instantly. And we were like, I don't know, guys. Oh wow, I guess our goal is currently not defended by anyone. Yup. It would be great if someone stood in the trajectory of that ball to block it, but oh, it's not gonna be me. It's not gonna be me. Yeah. So that was terrifying. It's gonna be you. No, it wasn't me. I stayed far away from the ball the entire time. I never got close to a ball. Except for the one time where a ball hit me in the face. Just a random basketball that was flying across the playground. It hit me in the face when I was wearing my little glasses at the time. Yeah. And it went flying across like half the playground. It was like so many meters, and it still hit me so hard in the face. I know. So yeah, no, I was terrified. I was terrified. Is killing one bird with one ball an expression? In that case, it probably was. Nah. Nah, 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 nah. So, you know, I don't think I'd be able to fight 61-year-old Jeff Bezos, and it's not even a competition. It is not even a competition. 61-year-old Bezos would wipe the floor with me. And then he'd stuff me in an Amazon box. Same day shipping to the Lord. Same day shipping to the gates of heaven. Free shipping too because he's got Amazon Prime. Screw it, we ball, but it is the bird. Yeah, no, the bird was gone. The bird was gone. Also, thank you, Raimondo. Thank you for coming by sleep ball. Oyasumi. Oyasumi. Hi. I don't know. Yeah, so, let's not do that, guys. Let's not do that, guys. I'll give him a couple more days to come up with my hot cocoa, and if not, I'll send a strongly worded letter to customer support. A strongly worded letter. Hi, ne. Going by track records, they won't remember to deliver to you, and the powers that will be needed to write a complaint. It all comes full circle. Ah. Yeah, no, today is not an ideal kind of day. But then again, few days are an ideal kind of day, but this was an especially unideal kind of day. No, 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 sir. No, 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 sir. Yeah. I also dreamt that I overslept the Dokumi concert. I dreamt that I woke up at 8 p.m. on the day of Dokumi, and I was like, wait, what? Wait, 8 p.m? No. And I checked my phone and it was like, yeah, we did everything without you. And I was like, why didn't you wake me up? Why did you not wake me up? Yeah. Hi. Hi. To be fair, the last time I didn't get an item from Amazon, they did send me a replacement. I hope so. I hope so. Because I really did want that cocoa. I really did want that cocoa. I also ordered matcha, but that should get here on Monday. Monday? How are we supposed to wake up Airi if she sleeps like a rock? That's not true. That is not true. I don't sleep like a rock. Most of the time. So, I do have a tendency to somehow manage to turn off my alarms while I'm sleeping. I sleepwalk, turning off all of my alarms and then just continuing sleeping. Now that's a toxic trait. That's my toxic trait. But I can wake up sometimes. How? I don't know. I do not know. I don't. Even today, I woke up at like 6 a.m. and I was like, what? Is it morning? Is it afternoon? Is it night? What time is it? I thought I slept through the entire day. I didn't realize that last night I actually went to bed at a reasonable time. But I woke up because of a clattering sound upstairs. So I sleep downstairs, and my grandma sleeps upstairs, and sometimes the dog also sleeps upstairs because he likes having sleepover at grandma's house. In my sleepy state, I just ran out of my bedroom in my current state of undress because I do not like to sleep with clothes on. And I was like, Grandma, are you fine? And she was like, yeah, no. the dog, you know, he's being a little loud. Cause sometimes he he's got a tail and he's not afraid to use it. So sometimes he pushes stuff off the table with his tail. Or he knocks against furniture with his tail. And I was like, okay. And then I went back to bed. Hi. It's a college student special skill, yeah, special ability. Sugoi desu ne. Ah, I also have to do homework. I have to do homework. Ah, ich will nicht mehr. I'm gonna quit. I'm gonna quit. I don't want to do more homework. Ugh, needle. Ugh, needle. Let's do on Monday. How does Airi sleep in winter with no clothes and isn't it cold? I sleep with a weighted blanket and a normal blanket up top. Yeah. So sleeping without clothes is really the only option to not die of a heat stroke. It is true. Homework is optional. I'm afraid not. I'm afraid not. I gotta hand it in or else I'm not gonna pass the course. Oh, by the way, I told you yesterday. I spent some 3 hours doing homework with my college group. And last time we did that homework, the professor hit us with a "I'm disappointed in you." His feedback on the homework was "I am disappointed in you." So we were so nervous. That was probably the reason why we spent 3 hours on it yesterday. No, we spent so much time and we were like, guys, he's gonna hate this. Please, I don't want to get hit with the "I'm disappointed in you" squared. I don't think I could take that. Yeah, I think I dropped out. I think I would drop out. I was disappointed because he thought it was bad. Which maybe it was, but we tried. Yeah, and so we were so nervous. And then I even forgot to send it yesterday until like 11 p.m. Ito. And then today in the morning, we got was the yapper helping this time? No, very much not. So if you're, I'll catch you up to speed on the ID college work group lore. So we got 3 people in our group, including myself. Wait, why is my name green? Because you got sniped. So I'll tell you the lore. We got 3 people, including myself, in the group. There is a girl and there's a guy. And the guy has not been too great at contributing to stuff. Like, we did a coding assignment, and while we were like talking about like, oh yeah, like how are we gonna do this, he was like, guys, we should like send in our progress like every 2 days to make sure that everyone's doing their work. And me and the girl go like, yeah, okay, that sounds good. And so me and the girl, we send in our stuff, and he doesn't send in a single thing. And then the day before it's due, we meet up to put everything together, and he just sits there, completely quiet. And so, you know, the girl and I, we work on it for a while, and we're like, after like an hour of us working on it, almost being done, and the guy not having said a single word, we're like, yeah, so do you have anything you want to add to that task? And he's like, no, wait a moment, I'm just doing it right now. I need some time. If you could give me like 2 hours, I could have something done. And we were like, okay. So we were like, yeah, no, I mean, I guess if you haven't like done it, we should give you some time or something. So we were like, okay, everyone, let's just take a lunch break. We'll be back in 2 hours. And we came back in 2 hours, and he was like, yeah, no, I couldn't really come up with anything that was better than what you guys already had. And we were like, yeah, thank you. Okay. And then we handed in the assignment and got a good grade on it. Yeah. So, and I was like thinking hard about whether to snitch on him, because I am not very forgiving to people who coast on the work of others, because usually I'm the others who does all the work. And so I thought about snitching, but this guy was the person who introduced me to the recruiter for my internship. So I was like, I really want that internship. So I said nothing, and I got the internship. So I was like, okay, it's fine. It's fine. The art of the deal. um, it's on this time, we were discussing, so you're supposed to write like a memo about a literature we were supposed to read. And the girl and I were discussing like questions we'd written down, and we were like, yeah, what about the wording of this question? Do you think that makes sense? Yeah, no, I do think that makes sense. Maybe we should change the wording here. I think we should scrap that question. That one doesn't make sense. And then the guy speaks up. And then the guy's, hi Airi, hope you have a good day. Thank you. I hope you have a good day too. Feel free to stop by more often. And you know, with me and the girl, we went back and forth like that for a while. And then the guy goes out and he asks the question. He's like, yeah, guys, what about, you know, I've been, wait, I'll do my guy voice. You know, actually, I've been wondering about, if the, you know, in the experiment, couldn't it have also been that, technically, I mean, anything could have been responsible for the effect, right? You know? It didn't have to be post-traumatic stress. Maybe they were just sad when they filled out the survey, the questionnaire. Or maybe their dog just died. And, so me and the girl went quiet for a few seconds after that. And I was like, what? I mean, what do you mean by that question? 'Cause, I mean, the authors do address that, like, on the first page of the paper. And he's like, no, I didn't mean that. It's just that, you know, I've been thinking maybe there was something with the sample size that made it like, you know, like bad. And neither me nor the girl understood his question, and then she tried to answer it, but his question kept changing. And at some point they were talking for like 30 minutes back and forth, and I didn't even know where the question started anymore. And I was just sitting there like completely clocked out. I didn't know what was going on anymore. My brain was not computing. I had a headache. And I was like, guys, I just wrote down, could someone check the, guys, could someone check the I wrote something, and eventually I just gave up and just did my own stuff. But yeah, eventually we handed everything in. I handed everything in a little bit too late. Is it about research? Yeah, it's how to conduct studies is one of like the topics of this semester. But eventually everything worked out. And I handed in our stuff a little bit late in the day, but it's okay. And today, this morning, we got the feedback. Hi guys, here's some feedback on your reading memo. I thought that these are overall great questions. Be sure to raise some of them in class next week. You received a grade of check plus. The teacher is weird, so instead of like passed or anything, he just does like check minus, and check plus. Like check is what you get if it's good. Check minus is what you get if he's disappointed in you. And check plus is so rare. It's so rare that we've only ever heard rumor of one other group in a parallel course getting that kind of grade. So we were like, yes. Yes. Finally. Finally. Heck yeah, check plus, boys! Yeah. And if you get really good, you get Czech Republic. No, we've never gotten that. We're just not that good yet, I guess. So, yeah, I've got to do so much homework, and I need to study, and I need to write for papers, and I need to cry, but I don't know if there'll be time for it. Yeah. I don't know if there'll be time for that. We'll see how my schedule looks. Yeah. And I thought I'd at least have my zero calorie, keto friendly, vegan, whatever else, the hot cocoa to cry into. But I don't! 'Cause they never gave it to me. I'm so upset. Hi. They never gave it to me. Yeah. And that is my day. That was a not so Airi kind of day. Yeah. Oh my gosh, but guys, today I got the first 30 seconds of my MV. The first 30 seconds of my MV. It's finally so close to being done. I'm so excited. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited. Wow. Wait, guys. I'll give you just a little peek. Just a little peek. Just a minute. It's not a big peek, it's just a little peek. Hi. It's not a big peek. Just a little peek. ちょっと待ってね。Okay. My left eye shrinks now, it's just squinting a little bit. Okay, are you ready? Are you ready? I can't hear you. Oh, listen to pineapple under the sea. Airi, Viridevils. Big feet. Nande, my big or not feet. Okay, you ready? Oh wow. Oh wow. Oh, can you read? Actually, can you read the title of the song? Can you read the title of the song? Oh my gosh, can you read the title of the song? I know. I know. I spoiled it once before during a stream, but no one caught it. Hi. I hope you'll be looking forward to it. It's gonna be ready so soon. Very hot. Yeah, that's the title of the song. Yeah. They're way bigger than your model in every single art piece. Are you sure about that? Are you sure about that? Are you really, really, really sure? Because I think you guys are just forgetting what I look like. Because I don't usually show this part of myself too often. まだよ。Yeah. Hold up, I'm not sure. まだよ。Eyes are up here, okay? わかった？わかった。Where's the modesty gone? What modesty? What modesty? Is someone do pixel measurements? Biblically accurate donabar. Exactly. Exactly. Very biblical. Very accurate. Funnily enough, this is the nerfed version of the donabar. This is the nerfed version of the donabar. The first version of it was, yabai. So I was like, wait. Less. Please, much. Less. So before that, it was there was a different version of it. I'll just say that. Arigato. Thank you, Rainshade. And what beautiful big round eyes you have, Airi. Very blue. Yeah, thank you. They are blue. Yeah, that is supposed to be nerfed. Yes. Yes. Why would you do that? Because I think I would have gotten banned off of YouTube otherwise. I think I would have gotten banned off of YouTube anyway otherwise. Hi. But yeah, I hope you're looking forward to. I hope you're looking forward to. What membership level do I need to be to see that version? You have to be on the Very Slave tier, which is very exclusive. No one's in that tier. Yeah, it's that exclusive. Hi. But I hope you're gonna be excited for my original song. It's good. It's good. It's good. How do I get in this year? It's exclusive. No one's in it. No one is in it. Yeah. 15 more years? No. Oh my gosh. But I've been working on the song since last August. If you can believe it. I've been working on it since last August. It's nearly almost a year since I started working on it. Originals take so long. They take so long. Yeah. But we've got so much exciting stuff coming up. I hope you'll be looking forward to it. That being said, in regards to things you should be looking forward to. And now, a message from our sponsor. Oh. Happy! Happy 40k everyone! We'll be celebrating on Sunday. Set your alarms, set your calendars, set alarms on different phones so you can't turn them off when you're asleep. Because we'll be doing a 40k celebration stream and I hope you'll be there. It's on Sunday at my regular streaming time, which is 2 p.m. PDT or 11 p.m. CEST. Yeah. And we'll be drinking. You don't have to drink, you can just watch me drink. Yeah. Hi. I hope you will come. Or otherwise, I will cry. I'll cry on your carpet. This is a threat. What if my friends already bought movie tickets for me? Hontoni? Hontoni for reals is. Is it at least a good movie? Is it at least a good movie? No? You're gonna leave me with a bad movie. A bad movie? もうだよ。もうだよ。Oh my gosh. I can be a bad movie too if you really want me to. Wait, what was the recent bad movie? Parkour Civilization. Oh no! My business boyfriend is spending Christmas at his Christmas-hating company. I am so alone. How dare he try to provide for our family? I will go to my hometown. Oh, wow. It is the hot Christmas tree chopper from my hometown.
Thank you so much.
Oh, I am feeling the spirit of Christmas and the spirit of love. I will cheat on my business husband with you. Oh, business husband is here. I guess he made it home in time for Christmas after all. Well, screw you, business husband. I don't care that you just bought us a house. Ew, disgusting, patooey. Get out of here. You don't chop Christmas trees like he does. You're not a true Christmaser. Yeah. I hope that was sufficient. Oh, arigato. Thank you, Triage. Happy 3 months. Ne. Every Hallmark Christmas movie, yeah. I was gonna say I'll try to get out of the movie, but then we went into NTR. Wait, no, I was parodying Hallmark movie. I was parodying Hallmark movie, which you can also watch me do in our V-Dere Christmas concert of 2024. You should watch it if you haven't yet. It's on the V-Dere channel, which you should subscribe to if you haven't yet. Hi. Hi. Ne. Yeah. I had to watch too many of those because that's all that runs on German television when it's anywhere close to Christmas. I hope everyone will come by when it's time for my 40K birthday 40,000 birthdays, 40,000th year of being alive, 40,000 birthday, Christmas, Valentine's Day, Halloween. Yeah. my birthday, 40,000 birthday, 40,000 Christmases, all the New Years, every single New Year on Sunday. I hope you come by. Or else I will cry on your carpet. And you don't want that, do you? Oh, you hate me. Oh, you don't even like me crying on your carpet. Oh, you hate me. Oh, you hate me. Oh. Arigato. Happy birthday. No, not yet. On Sunday. And Christmas. And New Year. Yeah. Arigato ne. I'll see you then. Arishiteru. Ba. Ciao.